Good evening, folks. This is Patrick, your backseat driver. That's me right there in the mirror. This is something different from my channel, and I don't know if I will actually post this, but I figured I'd give it a try. What I'm doing here is a quick, down and dirty overview of the 2025 Toyota RAV4. I rented this from Enterprise. By the way, they have some reasonable prices. Also, if you are one of these anti-credit card people like me, and you only deal with credit if you only deal with cash or a debit card, you might want to check them out. They're one of the only places I found that accept debit and not credit. Most of the other ones I came across only take credit. Okay, so much for that. Now, I just took a round trip to Fort Sill, Oklahoma to see my wonderful granddaughter become a soldier. And this 4-cylinder SUV got me there quickly and safely and comfortably. Did I say that right? Comfortably. I was comfortable. Okay, put it that way. All right, I'm going to give you a look at the interior, and then get out and take a look at the outside. And if it sounds like I'm rushing, I am. I just brought it back to Enterprise, and my wife is waiting for me so she can take me back home. A couple of things before I get outside about safety and features and all of the fancy gadgets they putting in new cars. I don't like it. I don't care for most of them, but there was one or two, if I can remember them, in this vehicle that I really like. And I don't know what it's called, but if you drift too far to the right line or too far to the left line, it will kind of nudge you back. I guess there's some sensors built into it that will steer the tires back in the opposite direction. That feature is kind of irritating, and it could be a safety issue if you're in a situation where you drift to the right and somebody approaches you from the left side and it pushes you back. But I think that's a good feature. If you're driving and you're sleepy and tired, and then you nod out and you kind of drift to one side or the other, it'll beep and kind of nudge you back. One feature I don't care for is the lane changing feature. Okay, I guess I can show you some of the interior while I run my mouth. If you cross over into the next lane without hitting your turn signal, it will beep at you. That's no big deal, but it's irritating. I really don't need that. What other feature? Was something else I wanted to point out about this car. Oh, and this is a good feature. You can't see it, of course, but maybe you can see the braking, the emergency brake symbol. It automatically goes to the parking brakes. It automatically turns on when you put this in park. Now, I thought that was a cool feature. And I know there is one more thing. What is it? All right, I can't remember it now. Maybe I'll think of it later. If I do, I'll put it in the description or add a caption to the video. So let's get out, take a look. Hold on, while I'm back here, let's take a look at the back. It's roomy, folks. It has a little cargo area back there with a cover to cover your belongings. It has a center cup holder here. Cup holders on the side. And let's take a look at this. All right, let me step out of here. Oh, it's beeping at me because I had the key with me. right, it also has the infotainment. I can't stand that term, but that's what they call it. They got the infotainment with the music and GPS, all that stuff on here. So it's a cool little vehicle, folks. So if you're out there trying to find something to rent and you're thinking about maybe buying it, just check it out. Plenty of stuff to plug in stuff. All right, that's it, folks. I'm about to get out of here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting the channel. Bye. Hey folks, I just remembered what that last thing was. I couldn't remember. Like I said, I'm not really into all the new gadgets and features and all this computerized electrical stuff in cars, but what this one has is that auto shut off. When you get up to the stoplight, it'll just shut off, and once you get ready to go again, it turns back on. I'm not crazy about that. Maybe, you know, there's some pros and cons about that feature, but I'm just not into it. But anyway, folks, that concludes this video. Thanks again. Bye.